Hey everyone, thanks for checking in and welcome to Football Friday hosted by BC4 Performance. I'm Coach Bobby Cole, and what we're going to talk about today is for wide receivers, how we can run really good routes, attack the defense, and get ourselves wide open so we can make big plays and really stretch the field for our offense. So we're going to be looking at A.J. Brown here for a couple of routes from his 2022 season and understand why did he run these routes, how did we attack the defense, and how did we get so open. So the first play we're going to look at is we're going to look at the right side of the screen. So we're going to have A.J. Brown here in the slot. He's going to run a corner route. He's going to run this corner route, and typically what you would think is he needs to get an outside release. He needs to get up here and run for the corner. But what the Giants have for defense right now is they're going to have single man coverage with one single high safety. So with the single high safety, what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to get inside and attack right at the safety. If we can attack right at the safety, we're going to hold him in his position. We're going to allow this wide receiver to run a route and hold this cornerback here. So then what it's going to do is it's going to open up the space in the backside of the field back over here. Okay, so what we need to do is be able to attack the leverage, allow all of the defenders to be held into their positions, and then we can make our move. Okay, so when he runs this route, when he gets inside, he wants to make sure when he's going against this defender that he doesn't get touched so he doesn't get slowed down, and then he can restack the defender to get this linebacker directly behind him, which is what we refer to as a stack. And then when he has that other defender in front of him, now he can make the break. So when we watch this play here, he gets inside without really getting touched, and then we're going to see that he's going to be able to catch this and be wide open here for the touchdown. When we see it from the other side, we're going to be able to see exactly what he does. So he's able to slip inside without getting walled off and slowed down, and once he gets to this point, he now has the defender stacked behind him, exactly what we talked about. And by him coming across the field and then getting up the field, he's now made it almost to the other hash, so that safety is staying back here and he's being held in his position. Now that he's down the field with the defender stacked behind him, he's able to make his break, and now it's a foot race to the front pylon. He's able to flatten himself out, run to the front pylon, and he's wide open for the touchdown. Neither of the defenders are within 5 to 10 yards of him, and he's wide open. So it all starts with a great release, attacking the leverage of the defense, restacking your initial defender, and then once you make that break, it's being able to make an efficient break and get right to where you're trying to go, which would be, for him, the front pylon on this route versus the back pylon. The next route we're going to see here, if we're going to look at this side of the screen, is going to be an out and up. And with the out and up, we want to obviously sell the out. So how do we sell the out? We have this defender right here playing man coverage, and he's 7 to 8 yards off inside. So what we want to do is we want to stretch and attack him, threaten him up the field, and then sell the out route by making what we would do on our route every time, which is going to be a speed cut at that distance and really throw ourselves to the outside. So when we watch A.J. Brown here, he's going to do a great job attacking up the field, good long strides, and then make that single speed cut break. He breaks the defender down so much that the defender actually runs into him. And the reason being is when he hits this top right here, he throws down in one step and turns his whole body in one step. He has his head, his shoulders, and his hips all going towards the sideline. There is nothing telling that defender right now that he's going back up the field. Now once he has his whole body turned in this position, and especially with that head turn, the defender knows that he's trying to look for the ball and he's trying to get his body turned around so he can make a catch. Then very quickly in 2 steps, he's able to plant and plant again with a good foot angle that allows him to start to turn his body. And now when he whips his head, his shoulders, and his hips, they all come together. He's able to get straight up the field in 1 step right here, and that's where the defender runs into him. But within that 1 step of him breaking here, he's able to whip his whole body and get himself straight. So he went here to here to here. Very efficient and very good because he uses not only good foot angles, but he uses that head, shoulder, and hips to all turn together. And that starts with him selling the route and now turning and getting his body up the field. So if you're a wide receiver, you want to make sure that you really run the out route. You really want to turn and get your whole body in this direction. So now as you turn up the field, when you have to whip everything together, it really turns you and gets you up the field. It sells, like I said, it throws the defender so bad that he has to run into A.J. Brown. He gets defensive pass interference, and A.J. Brown is walking into the end zone with nobody within 20 yards of him. And it's simply because of him running a very efficient route. So for wide receivers, the biggest takeaways from these routes is, number one is understanding what is the coverage, and then understanding how do we attack the leverage, and then once we attack the leverage, how do we run the route efficiently and sell it so that we can clear ourselves and get ourselves open. It's not just speeding into the route. It's not just going to the route right now. We want to be patient, efficient, and smart about every route that we run. And if we do that, we can wind up in this position here, and we can wind up in this position right here, where we catch that ball and these guys are 5 to 10 yards away and you're just walking into the end zone. So it's a great example as to why he was one of the best wide receivers in the whole NFL. I appreciate you guys checking in. Every single week, Football Friday, we're going to be posting something new. It's going to be different positions, different players, and really just good examples like this, guys, as to what you can do to understand the game of football a little bit better. And then for your position, how can you understand how we can attack or be smart on the field so that we can create good leverage points for ourselves so we can dominate and we can win every single week.